Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to an episode of our Let's Play for Football Manager 2021. We are in our third season of our Journeyman Glory Hunter Challenge. We are playing as Neftekhimik. Wait, that's not right. Oh, there we go. That's the right one right there. Yeah, we're playing as Krylia Sovitov in the Russian Premier League. I might have gone a little job hunting in the winter break because I was bored, or just thought we might have done enough in our current job to potentially get a little bump up. I decided to go ahead and go for a job. I actually went for a few jobs because I was like, you know what? We've got the January transfer window for most of the leagues, and there's the chance for us to make the improvements that are necessary to stay in a job, improve a job, whatever. So I decided to go for it. And what did we end up getting? We got a team that's basically, I don't know, like 8 spots above where we're at right now, because we're fifth in first division, and these guys are 14th, which is like three from the bottom in the Premier League. So we only moved up a few spots, to be fair, but we got a pay increase. We got a massive increase to our transfer budget, massive increase to our wage budget, and there's still time to salvage the season for Krylia Sovitov and stay in the Premier League, which sounds to me like a much easier task than getting Neftekhimik to get promoted to the Premier League. Don't get me wrong, it would have been a lot of fun to stay with Neftekhimik with some of the changes we made, some of the new players we brought in. Well, we brought in, I think, one new player, but it would have been a lot of fun to play with him and continue the season because I think we had a lot of potential there. But that's not the goal of this series. It's not to just play Neftekhimik and see how far we can get with them. That's not the goal. The goal is to progress ourselves as a manager to be able to get into one of the top five, nations. And I think getting a bump up to the Premier League this season with Russia will or like right now, will give us the best chance to get moved over to one of those other teams. Because if we can survive with Krylia Sovitov, then I think we're in a much better position to try to make that move over to one of those other nations next season or the season after that or something like that. So I think this is the smart move. Maybe not necessarily the most fun move in some ways, but it's the point of the series is to try to get over to those other five nations. And I think the sooner we get up to the Russian Premier League, the better. So let's jump right into the episode. We got a lot of work ahead of us. I haven't looked at anything with this team other than knowing where they were ranked, and the wage budget and the transfer budget was going to be better off anyway. So here we go. Here is our intro screen. Krylia Sovitov, Samara, hire Broyar. In a move which is sure to spark plenty of heated debate, David Broyar has left Neftekhimik to join Krylia Sovitov. Questions? I'm saying Krylia Sovitov, by the way, because I looked it up online, and Krylia Sovitov is with an I online. I'm not sure if that changed because of copyright issues or if it's just this is how they decided to spell it here, but it does look like it's pronounced Krylia Sovitov. Anyway, questions will be raised as to why Broyar made the decision to change jobs, but he will face pressure to bring immediate success to Samara Arena, given his former employers and previous standing. Apparently, there's another manager that was considered. Neftekhimik actually got $4 million for our compensation for us, which is amazing. That's going to help their finances out a bit. And yeah, we're currently in 14th place and hoping that we can survive because, a couple seasons ago, we were at the bottom of relegation with Neftekhimik. And the only difference here would be if we do get relegated, we're not really that much worse off than we were before. Plus, that league does exist. Obviously, we were just there. But I think we have our best chance of staying in the Premier League here than getting promoted to the Premier League with Neftekhimik. So we'll see. What do we got going on here? So, better reputation, 2.5 stars. I think Neftekhimik was only 2-star reputation. I can't remember exactly. Media prediction is 13th. So, if we get 13th, I think that puts us just outside relegation, which is exactly where we want to be. And yeah, I mean, much bigger arena should get some more finances coming in. They're actually playing the same formation, which is, unless this is just bringing our formation across. And no, this has got to be their formation, right? That's pretty awesome that we're going to be able to stick with the formation that we were just using. That's some familiarity for us. Anything else here? Top earners, hot prospects. we'll check out the team here in just a moment. They want us to play defensively solid football, which sounds pretty like a good idea probably because we're so low on the totem pole. We probably want to just try and play for survival and stuff like that. Play counter-attacking football. Work within the wage budget. We'll find out how easy that is. Again, much larger wage budget. It's like over 1 billion rubles of transfer budget and like a couple 100 million rubles of wage budget, I think. They want us to avoid relegation. No big deal. That should be. I mean, that's going to be our goal anyway. I mean, I don't know if we need all these inductions, but we'll deal with that as they come along. And sure, we'll get the press meetings and stuff like that. And there we are, taking control. Players in last year of contract. Deter interest from other clubs. Little 17-year-old kid. I mean, he's not in a position we want to play right now, but, you know, we might offer him a contract to see if we can keep him around. I'll negotiate a little bit here. I'll get rid of the yearly wage rise if we can. He likes it. All right, we'll go with it. Anybody else on here? Nobody else at the moment. Playing time expectations. Bunch of breakthrough prospects. Bunch of 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds. That's pretty interesting. Youth intake. We'll check that out here in a moment. Season expectations. We definitely want to avoid relegation. We get a little bit more wage, but oh, sorry, I said 200 million. 28 million is what I meant to say. Sorry, which is still a lot higher than the 3 million we had a wage budget before. We'll just avoid relegation. That's gonna be fine. Tactics induction. I mean, we'll check out the tactics in a second. I don't need the induction obviously for that because we're pretty familiar with the inductions. I'll deal with all that stuff here momentarily as well. Let's take a look at the squad. Let's actually go look at the team report, squad depth. Before I do that, let's see which of our staff is best at telling me my players. Ability would be Pavel Yumatov. All right. It's actually not that much better than some of our coaches from the other team. What am I looking for? Team report. Squad depth. Pavel Yumatov. There we go. All right. See what you got, buddy. I'll filter it just down to 2 stars. We will hide any of this. Check out anybody important. Doesn't look like that takes anybody important. Neither does that. So whatever. We'll leave those on there for now. I'll go ahead and bring all the other squads on here, though, because I'd like to see if there's anybody sitting on one of the other squads that's available. I like the fact that we have a 4-star striker and a 3.5-star backup striker. That's not bad. This is not the formation I thought they were going to put us in. Oh, because we haven't actually set up a formation yet. Okay, well, let's do this then. Let's go look at all positions, and we'll see if there's a better formation for us based on what we see. Now, the Sergeyev guy does look like he can play wing, kind of attacking winger pretty well. We got Dos Santos Souza, who plays on the wings, but that's about all. Oh, no, he can play midfield. Oh, he can play attacking midfield. Okay, so we won't. It's not this best position, but we can still take advantage of him if we decide to play with the diamond formation. Silva can play middle, can play defensive. Bozen can play all across. Okay, no, I think we'll go ahead and go over here to this 4-4-2 diamond. Yeah, that's what. We'll go ahead and look at this for a second because I think I'm liking sticking with this formation for now. Again, we're familiar with it from the last team that we were just looking at. Wouldn't mind bringing that goalkeeper up. I mean, I don't know if he's much better than this guy or not, but you know, he looked better. Well, I guess rated to this team, he probably wouldn't be as good, but you know, he played well for us. I assume we still have transfer stuff coming up, right? Or are we outside the transfer window? No, we have like a week. We have like a week of transfer window left. We're on the 19th. We have 9 days to be exact, until the transfer window is done. Okay, well then that's interesting. How's our average rating looking right now? Safane is injured. Bozen is injured for a few months, so he's not going to be available. Which is actually one of our wingbacks, so that's no good. Tugarov is injured as well. Tugarov, whatever. Tugarov and Bozen, where were they? So Bozen It's a big loss. I mean, we do still have a 3-star left wing back and a 3-star central midfield, a central defender. I was trying to say, but we might need another backup for that spot if he's going to be gone for a while. And then Tuvarov. I don't see Tuvarov on here. So what was his position? Tugarev. Sorry. Oh, he plays one of the wing, the left or the right attacking midfielder or left midfielder. So not a position we're looking at right this second. We only have one loan at the moment, it looks like. So we could bring in some more loanies. And what's our registration requirements? Minimum 15, maximum 8 foreign players instead of 5 from the other team. Minimum of 4 players trained at the squad, which is the same, I believe. And a maximum of 25. Okay, so I think a lot of it's the same, other than we can have more foreign players. Other than that, I think everything was basically the same. Okay. Got a lot of, like I said, we got a lot of stuff to look at here. So best 11. Yeah, we just got to find another central guy. Which I don't know how that works with the scouting, because, I mean, do we even have anybody that we know about? Oh, we need to make sure it's on. No, it's Humatov, right? Pavel, yeah. All right, let's go look at scouts real quick. Do we even know anybody? I'm assuming we don't. Clear all that. We know 2 people. 2 whole people. I mean, we know people from our scouting from before, but they don't know anybody else. I mean, we might have to bring this guy in right here. I mean, well, no, that's not. This guy's not that great. We don't have time. We just simply don't have time to scout. I mean, I could go player searches and stuff like that, right? It's filtered. Why is this filtered? Right, so I can go look at people that we've searched for, but like I'd rather keep it to people that are scouted, right? And so we just don't know. Well, it's interesting that they actually know about a few Neftekhimik guys. Wow, let's see how far off is Gomez. I mean, Gomez is 2-star. That's about where he was. Asenko, 2-star. Okay. I mean, I know Neftekhimik was having a little bit of financial issues there at the end. Nothing crazy, but you know, we might have wanted to offload a few players. So can we go poach one of our players from there? That's not what I wanted. I want to go to. Let's go look at their senior squad that I know very well. I mean, we'd love to bring Nikita in, right? How's Nikita rate? Is he rated as a 3-star? No, he rates as a 2-star compared to what we're at now. It's crazy. I mean, Livanov was good, although that he's a loanee, so we can't bring him in. Mediub wasn't bad. 2.5 stars. I mean, is he worth bringing in? We've got a lot of budget. I mean, bring in somebody we know. He's not like he's going to be an amazing player for this team, right? But I mean, he's got to be borderline, because if we were playing him, we were potentially going to be able to work our way up to promotion to the Premier League, and this is one of the players we would have had. So I mean, we got to go with what we can find. Like, we don't have time to find other players right now. I mean, there's literally no one else on this list that's even remotely close. I mean, Mediub is about the closest guy we could bring in. And he may not even feature, but just bring in someone else that can come in potentially. I mean, I think they need to get rid of him as part of it. So Let's see if we can bring him in. He's a known quantity. I mean, I would love to bring some of these other guys in, but we know that they are not. Like he's just not going to be good enough, right? Like, what's one of our best players right now? Striking role. Squad. These guys have been registered. Meneyev, is that who we're looking at? Luis. Sergeyev. Like, how are you compared to Sergeyev? I mean, Nikita's nowhere close, right? I mean, he's a little bit better defending, but way off in the physical, a little bit higher on the speed, less vision, less. I mean, he's basically a backup for this team. I mean, he's just a 2-star compared to a 4-star. It's a huge discrepancy. Yeah, I just don't think we're gonna be able to poach really hardly anybody from our other squad. It's just the way it's gonna be. I mean, I think bringing in Mediu as a 2.5-star might still fit in here. Okay. It's another option, and it's a known quantity. That's really all it is. But mostly because Bosen's gone. If Bosen was still sticking around, then we would do something else. But I just don't think we have time to find anybody else right now. I'll try. I mean, I'll send the scouts out. Scout some left defenders, guys. Can you get somebody back within a week? I doubt it, but we'll see. Scout some central defenders as well. I think we'll be okay on the right. Defenders, midfield's looking okay. Attacking midfield is looking okay. I think we'll be okay elsewhere. I mean, don't get me wrong, a few spots wouldn't be bad, but we got to go with what we can get. We just don't have time. Oh, man, scouting team is low. Wow. We probably need to play some adverts from some scouts. And sure, recruitment analyst. And that's good for that. Probably need an assistant manager. Performance analyst. Let's place an advert for a physio as well. Let's do the head of sports science first. I don't want to go too crazy. Let's place a few adverts out, see what we can get. Start first for scout, all that stuff. All right, well, I'm going to mess around with the tactics. I'm going to mess around with some of the scouting. If I can find anybody else, we'll figure stuff out, and I'll let you guys know where we're at. So the first games we got coming up, I mean, we got this Orenburg game coming up real soon. They didn't have as much of a winter break as we did in the other squad. Honestly, I think I'm going to play this Orenburg game on my own. We'll probably come back for... We'll come back for Arsenal, Tula, and Akhmat. Yeah. Arsenal, Tula, Akhmat. By then, I'll have figured out the squad. If I can bring anybody in, if I have time to bring anybody in, we'll find out. And then I'll be able to have a couple games under my belt and see where we're at and kind of gauge things from there. So that's the goal. Arsenal, Tula, Akhmat. And we'll go from there. Ah, look, there's Kemke right there. You saw them last season. So, all right. Well, yep, that's it. That's it for this episode. I mean, it's not a hugely long episode, but I've got a lot of work ahead of me. You guys are introduced to the new team. I'm excited to try out my hand at Premier League football, although they're definitely struggling, to be fair, to put it mildly. Can we turn this around in time? I don't know. We'll find out. Like I said, we are... Okay, I thought we were in... 13th is also playoff or relegation playoff, so we would need to move up 2 spots to just completely get out of the relegation. zone altogether. It's interesting that Kimki is just below us. But we're not that far off, to be fair. I mean, we're 1 point away from being able to get outside of this, just straight up. Although I think if you go with goal differential, whatever else, tiebreakers, we probably still would be in relegation. So let's say 2 points. We're 2 points from getting way out of the relegation zone altogether, which isn't that bad. That's 1 win. That's 2 draws, whatever we got to do. Really just got to survive this first season. So yeah, I do appreciate you guys watching. I hope you're excited about a new adventure, a new kind of progression of our Journeyman Glory Hunter series here. And let me know what you think in the comments below. But I do appreciate you watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.